Greetings, Jacqueline here. Hope the sun isn't in the way too much, but I'm currently recording this at my job. I'm on my break right now. I have to go back soon, so I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible. Let's see, topic. Black women take responsibility, part 2. So, what more I wanted to say on this topic was, I think we as black women have to get back in touch with our essence. We have to get back in touch with our inner and outer beauty. And we have to just get back in touch with the divine. We don't realize how beautiful we are. We don't realize how worthy we are of love. And I feel like that what we're lacking as black women is self-love. That's why we are attracting so many negative things into our lives. Mates who are just not good mates, not good fathers, different situations, scenarios, financially, spiritually, all types of mental abuse. I just think that we put ourselves through so much because deep down, secretly, and to the core of ourselves, I think that we've convinced ourselves that we don't deserve anything more. And so we kind of like, we settle to try to fit into someone else's standard of beauty. Sorry about the wind. 1 second, I'm gonna let this pass. Oh, it's a gorgeous day out, but it's really, really windy. I'm hoping you guys can hear me still. But what was I saying? Yeah. We've gotten so low to where we accept one standard of beauty. And by that, I see a lot of women, particularly women of color, black women, wearing a lot of fake synthetic hair. And that's fine if it's used as an occasional accessory, but it becomes a problem to me when it's worn over and over and over and over to the point where you can't even leave the house without having a wig on, or getting the weave out, and then having it sewn back in like it's a party, it's your identity. That's when I have a problem with it. And the other thing is that we compare ourselves to as far as what am I trying to say? We don't like ourselves. We're not comfortable with ourselves, and as a result, we try to look for some sort of solace or comfort in society. And here we go again, the wind. In the arms of the wrong men. And even in having children, having kids, even in situations where it's not very conducive or it's not the right timing to have kids. You might be in a place where you're not financially ready or emotionally ready to have a child or bring a child into the world. And even to compound that, when you do bring a child into the world, it's to a man that you're not married to, or it's to a man that's a complete bum. And I don't think that's cool. And it all stems back to self-love. And I know I'm kind of going all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. This is kind of impromptu. But I feel like as soon as we get back to that place where we're able to feel complete and know that we're whole, we'll be able to attract things, situations, and scenarios into our lives that will reflect the positivity and the light that we feel on the inside. I feel like we're so busy trying to defend ourselves to the point where we don't even want to acknowledge the wrong that black women have done. I understand that a lot of us may feel ashamed, scared to admit, that some of us have made some bad choices. I know some of us may feel hurt at the fact that black men are angry at us because of what we put them through as women. And yes, we do put black men through a lot. And whether we are aware of it or not, this country is not afraid or is not threatened by black women. It's threatened by black men. So we pretty much, in a way, have a little bit more leeway in this country than black men do. Black men take a lot of stuff from this country. They're the ones who are being the most abused, the most gunned down, shot up, jailed. Just a plethora of things, And then he's literally being criminalized in this society. And then he has to turn around, and because of the inner demons that we have on the inside, he has to deal with our mess too. So I don't think it's fair for the black man to have to not have his woman by his side, protecting him. Well, maybe not protecting him per se, but at least being someone that has his back. Looking back over the past 400 years, we've gone through a lot as a people. And I agree that both genders, the black man and the black woman, have to step up and take some responsibility. But since I'm a black woman, I can only speak on behalf of the black woman. And I have to say that, we need to do a better job. We need to stop having kids out of wedlock. And I know that sounds harsh, but the more kids you have, especially the more kids that you have that you cannot afford, the most likely that you'll put yourself in poverty and those kids in poverty. The least likely you'll be able to build wealth to pass down to the next generation. The least likely you'll be able to move out of the ghetto or the hood, or to even build up enough money for yourself as a community to fix the ghettos and to invest into your own, properties and fix up your neighborhoods and communities and build more schools and banks and stores. And I'm not saying that kids aren't a blessing. Kids are very much of a blessing. And we need to reproduce. We need to have children in order to pass on not only our genes biologically, but to pass down progeny that will be able to be a light in this world, amongst darkness. But getting back to my point, I think we need to, even if you're a woman who has seen nothing but chaos, there's been no leadership, no male leadership, especially good male leadership. There's been no good male or female role models in your life. Your mom was jacked up. Maybe your dad was jacked up. Granny, grandpa, aunt, uncle, your whole family was jacked up. There has to be something inside of you that knows. You have to have been somewhere that kind of spark a light or a fire in you to say to yourself, I know I'm better than this. I know that there's better than this. I know I can reach beyond my wildest dreams. I don't have to be like my mom. I don't have to be like my dad, I could go to school. I could go to college. I can own my own business. I can be successful. I can find a good mate. I could You know, even if in my family, if marriage was not the thing, I could do the right thing and, you know, get married to a man that's good for me, that loves me, that treats me good, and that I know who has a source of income, and that will be a good father and leader and provider for a future family. So that I can be, you know, not only a role model, but a light to those who may not know or see differently. There's got to be something inside of you that knows that there's a different way than what you see, even if it's all bad. Black women, we have to do better. We can't stay like this. We've got to rise up. There's a saying that a nation cannot rise no higher than its woman, and we are the women. Sorry, the sun's in the way, but I have to go. I have to get back inside, but please think on this and know that I'm for my people, and I do not want to scare anyone or hurt anyone, but it's time that we wake up and we start taking responsibility. I'm not saying anything that I'm not doing myself. I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm working on myself as well. I'm 26. I'm not married. No, I don't have kids. But, you know, as a black woman in this country, I do believe that I have to get to a point in life in general that I believe would increase not only my chances of, you know, helping to build my community, but the next generation that comes after me as well. If I have kids one day, you know, with a spouse. Because I want to be able to build wealth. I want to be able to pass some of that wealth on to our people so we can start building us up economically, socially, and mentally and spiritually as well. So peace out. I hope even, you know, a little bit kind of made sense what I said. But let me know what you think.